have the privilege of meeting a couple who both are great masters, and I've had the privilege of attending both their workshops. So let's start with you. Why don't you give your introduction?
I am Kiya, Kiya Miller. I teach Kundalini Yoga, yoga, many kinds of yoga. I'm truly honored to be at this festival. You say master, but I don't take that word lightly, and I consider the Swamiji and the sages and saints who are here at this festival to be the true masters. And I feel like I'm here and I'm a conduit to teachings, but that's a big term.
Yes, my name is Tommy Rosen, and I'm also teaching a mixture of different forms of yoga, Hatha yoga, Kundalini yoga, meditation. Also very honored to be here. This is our 5th year teaching at the festival.
Amazing. Yeah.
And it feels truly like coming home for us.
Wow.
For me, my personal experience has been one of a whole different level of love, a whole different level of, in myself, experiencing a connection to everything and everyone at a different level of subtlety.
Okay.
It feels very kind. I feel much kinder this time here, if that could make sense. It's just
I'm just trying to imagine how you could have been less kind. when we see you performing or meeting, it's always there's so much affection and warmth.
Really, it just keeps getting better for us.
Okay.
We loved it the first year.
Right.
We loved it. And it keeps getting better and better for us. Almost like I have built up a certain kind of vitality for India.
Wow.
I'm ready for India now. I'm really, really ready for her.
And maybe India's getting ready for you.
We hope so. We hope so.
Yes.
We hope so.
For me, I came here to Rishikesh first in 1999, and I spent 4 months here. And so for me, India and Rishikesh are joined.
Synonymous.
They're synonymous. So if I'm coming to India, I just can't wait to get to Rishikesh. And when I'm here, I have no desire and no craving to go anywhere else. In fact, I keep trying to conjure up ways I can delay my trip to go home. So I can just stay and keep resting into this incredible energy that I feel of the saints and the sages and the natural balance of elements that's here with the river, with the mountains, with the trees, with the food, with the people.
It just comes naturally.
So
you don't
good.
have to ask for it. It's always there.
So good. So good.
So tell people about your background. So we've been much India, but where do you all really come from, and how did you all land up in yoga and Kundalini yoga and all this?
I grew up in New York City, in the middle of the city.
Right.
A lot of commotion, big energy. I never imagined being on a path of yoga. Never. It's very unusual that I ended up here. And I think it's testimony of the way the universe works on us.
Right.
It wasn't my intention to become a yoga teacher, and then yoga happened to me. It just happened to me. And it healed me.
Okay.
It healed my life. It healed my body. It opened and calmed my mind. It gave me new hope and new possibility. Truly.
So happened means somebody introduced you or...
No. I walked off the street.
Okay.
I moved to San Francisco. I was walking down the street. There was a big neon sign that said yoga.
Okay.
I walk in, and there's a woman in there teaching yoga, and she moved. She moved, and I was like, oh, this is how far a person should move to. But then she just kept going. I never saw anything like it in my life.
Wow.
And I thought, she has such freedom in the body. Such elegance. And I really wanted that.
Lovely.
I wanted it here.
So there was a calling somewhere.
Yes, there was definitely a calling. And then I met my teacher.
Lovely.
And then after I met my teacher, that was it. Yoga became life at that point.
And how about you? What's the background there?
Well, I grew up in the Falkland Islands, so I'm British. I grew up on 110,000 acres. My father managed this acreage.
Oh,
I grew up on
farm.
horses. It's a big farm, big ranch.
How many sheep?
36,000 sheep.
Oh my God.
And
I wouldn't have had sleeping problems. Just come.
yeah,
It's true.
I could have spent the whole night counting the sheep.
Yeah.
So the yoga was inherently natural to me because I grew up in all this spaciousness and so connected to nature. Then I moved to England and I really lost that a little. Became
So you started yoga in Falkland Islands. Somebody introduced you.
No, that's where I grew up, but I feel like that's where I started. That's where
The seeds were there, but you had not actually started.
yeah, the spiritual context, the spiritual feeling that I've evolved to was always there, that I felt as a child. Then when I moved to England and I was so busy and in my career that I wasn't
means
so
you got
connected.
educated too.
I got educated.
Which was?
Well, I got educated, but then what I did was modeling.
Okay, I can
Yes.
understand that.
It was just,
I can too.
it's just
Standing tall.
it's what nature sent me, and I took it. And but interestingly, right at that time, I picked up a book on beauty
Okay.
from Raquel Welch.
Okay.
Raquel Welch and Jane Fonda.
Jane
They
Fonda.
were when I was a teenager. They were the women
They were
that
the-
you looked up to.
The icons.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I thought if it's good enough for Raquel, it's good enough for me.
absolutely.
And I always had good discipline, so I just did it every day. That's what she said to do in the book. And then 2 years later, I went into a studio in London, and then
Okay.
I started Ashtanga yoga.
Okay.
And
Yoga studio.
yes, I actually went into a yoga studio.
There's their
And did
photographers. Studio has a
No.
different connotation.
Yoga studio.
Oh,
And you're
Yeah.
a model, so studio again can mean
yes,
something else.
yes, yeah. It was a yoga studio, exactly.
So it's like how many years now since you're like really into the yogic practices? 20
Well,
years?
probably a good 20 years, deeply.